Hello, everybody. How's y'all doing today? I'm going to be having a no-cam stream today. It's a little bit of a hot day today. It's kind of muggy in the house, and I still need to, like, shave and shower and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just feeling a little bit grody that don't really care to have it on. So it'll be kind of a chill day. Also, hello, Jinx, Marcus, Orc, Tainted. How y'all doing? Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. You're really feeling the emo songs? Yeah. If we were playing something else, I'd probably put it on the background. But currently, yes, I know it's untainted. I'm still going to call him Tainted, though, because his original name was Tainted. Hello. But yeah, where was I going with it? Oh yeah, now that I've gotten my video editing stuff back, we're going to be looking at potentially re-uploading VODs from Twitch to YouTube. Not that it's a big deal. Like I don't do a lot of editing. I pretty much just cut out any pause periods, like the starting soon, BRBs, and whatnot, and then just slap it on YouTube. So it's nothing fancy. But while doing my paperwork today, I figured out my Adobe account that had access to my Photoshop and Premiere. So yeah, we're just gonna get back into that. So for longer gameplays, things like Tales of Berseria and whatnot, we'll probably do some VODs on YouTube and whatnot. Feel free to subscribe to that if you're interested in that at all, but don't feel like you have to, because I'm going to be lazy with it, let's be honest. But yeah, otherwise, let's fucking get into this, shall we? Do. There we go. Oh, just one thing. Okay, it's an update. Alright. Alrighty, let's do this. But yeah, she's a little warm today, and I'm feeling just a little off, so we may not have a super long one. It may only be a couple hours, we'll see. Kind of figure it out as we go. But I say that a lot of the times and usually end up doing it longer because this game is so fucking enjoyable. I love this thing. So it really depends on how the game pulls me in today, whether we go for a short stream or a long stream. We'll see. Ooh, a pirate flag. I did get a couple of items at the end of stream last time. The expedition popped up, so I just kind of clicked it and redid it before I left. Ooh, do we want to try to unlock a new area, or do we want to go back to some old places? Because we still need that one. Was it just that one? It's just that one. Fuck it. Let's do one.
Scout ship setting.
See if we can find it. Do. But yeah, what were we doing? We have 2 cat chests that we need to open. I can see one on the map. Sadly, we don't have enough for either, though. Otherwise, I think it's just heading to here. Yeah.
We could use a place to stay.
Yep.
All right, time to start deciphering this scroll.
Let's wait somewhere outside so Grim can concentrate.
Do you think maybe I could stay and watch? I really do want to study the ancient tongue. I promise I'll be quiet and not get in your way, teacher.
What did you just say, child?
That I'd be quiet and...
No, what did you call me?
He called you a teacher.
Teacher? You said you didn't want to be called ma'am, so I thought maybe that'd work.
Yes, satisfactory. All right, I'll teach you how to read Ancient Avarost.
Yeah,
much,
some ancient languages in this
We'll
game.
leave you two alone then. Let us know if
And this is,
anything
as far as I'm aware, this is a prequel to a different game, so it's still even like their own language is ancient in the future anyway, so it's just ancient languages on ancient languages all over the place.
Listen, I don't know what they told you in Isolde, but our village has its own traditions.
Cool, good for you.
This village is under the divine protection of the Empyrean Aminoch. For unbroken centuries, a line of his priestesses have guided us. They're tasked with performing the sacred...
And they're still...
Of course, although...
Okay, I don't really care, to be honest.
An exorcist, her word in all the...
Why haven't I seen...
You're welcome to do whatever you want. Fuck the Abbey, right? Nobody gives a shit anyways. Oh, no, wrong way. Do I have to go this way? How the fuck do we get to that then? Hello? Sir, how am I supposed to talk to you? Maybe around that side, I guess? Nope. Can't go into the house. Can't go around the house. Sir? Sir. Sir. How the fuck are you supposed to talk to this dude?
Do you plan on
There we go.
giving up? Palamedes is Amenoch's temple. The priestess isn't the only one whose job it is to protect that temple. It's the duty of everyone born in this village.
Why did the Abbey need Amenoch's temple badly?
But how will we protect our village from the Besides, we won't be able to do business with the people of Isolde anymore.
Our faith in Amenoch has nothing to do with the demons. When the priestess gets back...
The demon blight changed everything. Will we never be...
The way things...
Rip. That's the biggest problem with the Abbey right now, is like people don't really have the means to protect themselves, so they kind of have to fall back on them.
So she digs being called teacher.
She wasn't so fond of ma'am, so I guess he figured he needed an alternative.
You can tell how badly he wanted to help her with the languagey work. I think our Malak boy's finally finding himself.
So it would seem.
Yeah, I am happy to see Lofset grow. As much as we rip on him and everything, it's nice to see him kind of come into himself.
What connection do you think there is between the violent demon Teresa mentioned and this village?
Couldn't tell you.
Could there have
The
been a
demon is going to be the
blight
priestess,
breakout
calling
here?
it now.
This village doesn't look like it's been attacked, but
Whatever it is.
you really will use anything and everything.
Yep, and that includes...
She questions that every single time. Like, have you not just learned that by now?
It sounds like deciphering the text might...
We should be prepared to wait it out here a while.
I hope so too. But ancient Avarost is complex. It's not just a matter of knowing the grammar and vocabulary.
Oh? Then how exactly do you...
I'm not sure about the specifics myself, but from what I understand, you kind of have to intuit a lot of it.
A language
that's not
based
good.
on guesswork? Thanks, old dead people. You're officially the worst.
Yeah, I'm with Velvet on that one. So I would just need to get rid of the Tower of Babel. Have everybody be speaking one language again. Or have everyone speak their own unique language, but be able to understand each other without having any issues.
Banning local religions. The Abbey sure knows how to oppress the populace.
I'd imagine that comes part and parcel with spreading the good word. Other gods would only get in the way.
From what we overheard, it sounds like they've taken over Amenoch's...
Sealing it off would be provocative enough. But straight up taking it over? Not a lot of so-called reason to that. Unless... Do you think they...
Shrug.
Alrighty, what's in the book?
Oh, ancient Avarost. You have the obstinacy of a spurned lover who refuses to move on.
Even for you, teacher?
It's this one crucial line. I can't wrap my head around it.
Well, from what you've taught me so far, it looks like it says... Saw, Popo, Mucho, Sanchon.
Correct, but if you merely translate it word for word, it ends up saying, the parent hates tomatoes, the child eggplants.
Alrighty.
I doubt those have much to do with the Nominat. Yeah.
Their grammar is nothing like ours. Sometimes you have to reorder the words, and even then the meaning can require leaps of logic and flashes of intuition.
Reordering? So like... San-san, Pocho Pocho, Pocho Musan, Pocho Musan. Can you read it that way?
Pocho Muson. Now where did you get that from?
These words are lined up, like they repeat. And when I read this part that same way, it just felt right.
Damn, Lafayette, kicking in with what she needs.
If that's repeated here, then the passage turns into the Nameless Empyrean.
Empyrean!
Ho ho, that has to refer to Innominat. I think we're on to something.
GG.
So if we apply this rule here, then... It would seem to be a book of children's counting songs.
It's not about Innominat?
What matters is what the song says, child. And I think you will be very interested in the words.
Okay.
I wonder if they've made any progress yet.
Shall we go check on them?
Well, obviously, it's not like we've got anything else to do.
Well, any results?
Yes. Well, thanks to the boy here. As it turns out, he has quite the knack for languages.
Only because I've got the best teacher.
Careful, honey tongue. You'll give this old girl ideas.
Huh?
Now, child, I'm sure they're curious about the song we unearthed. Why don't you read it aloud?
Yes, teacher.
Song?
8-headed is the lord of the land, with 7 mouths to devour malevolence. Through pulses of earth doth base nature's flow, as he awaits the time of awakening. 4 Empyreans may tear him asunder, but so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therians shall be forever reborn, in sight of the full crimson moon. The Nameless Empyrean hath one heart. The Nameless Empyrean hath one body.
Ooh.
Therians?
Essentially, this ancient text you found is an annotated volume of drawings and songs pertaining to Innominat.
Annotated? Then hurry up and just tell us what it means.
I'm sorry. So far, we've only figured out how to read the song lyrics.
All right.
But basically what I'm getting from
We're still in
it
for a
is
good
that
long day before
it
it's
is the
thoroughly
body of all of them combined, to some degree.
Likely so. But if we want to find out what the Abbey is up to, we need to know what's in this book, no matter how long it takes.
What the Abbey's up to, is it?
I think we can learn much, even from the lyrics alone. The drawings depict him with 8 heads. One of them belongs to his main body, but the other 7 are his mouths. Those mouths consume malevolence, sending it along earth pulses back to that main body so he can awaken. The 7 monsters fitting that description are called...
Therians.
Right. Now as for this malevolence, I have no idea
So
what that
she's the
means.
one, every time she's eating something, it's sending it back to him?
What about the second part?
I haven't studied much ancient history, but it said this world was created by 4 Empyreans: earth, water, wind, and fire. But they also call Innominat an Empyrean. Perhaps a war broke out between Innominat and the other Empyreans that resulted in him being sealed away.
But if there is someone to connect with this divine power, the Therians will keep spawning. And just like that, Innominat will be revived. If we assume that Shepherd Artorius fits that bill, and that he's trying to reawaken Innominat, everything lines up.
Which means our job is to find these Therians and cut off Innominat's heads, so to speak.
But where do we even start looking for them?
Well, one's right in front of you.
Remember, the song states that the Therians in Innominat's body are connected through earth pulses. If their job is to feed Innominat, the most effective place to position them would be at the earth pulse points.
Points?
The place is where the power of Earth pulses is concentrated.
Places with that sigil. Hey, remember the barrier that was keeping this bug in the forest?
Wait, are you trying to say that thing's a Therian? And yet...
Could be.
It would explain why the Abbey was keeping it locked up.
Same with that griffin.
And there was that same barrier at the villa, too.
That's right. Do you suppose that was also a Therian? Does that mean the Therians all come in different forms?
Should we go to Logres and check?
We've just started deciphering the book. I'd hate to lose time on some fool's errand. I'd rather know at least a little more about what's in it before we make a move.
Something bothering you, Grim?
This line. The one about Therians being forever reborn.
I just felt the same thing as I did in Warg Forest.
The needle's pointing in the direction of Amenoch's temple, Palamedes. Do I recall hearing that the Abbey took that over?
You do.
Temples and ritual sites are often built on places thought to be rich in spiritual energy. Could the temple possibly be an Earth Pulse point?
There's lots of Earth Pulse points scattered all over the world. If there's only 7 Therians, most of them will be empty.
It's not like we have any better leads. If there's even a chance, shouldn't we go check it out?
Fair.
Better than sitting around waiting on the book.
Let the two of them
Nothing
keep
else, we'll find out
deciphering the
what
book
Coffee
as
said
we
is
go
sense.
check this out. It's close enough type of thing.
Just a theory, but if you were to kill a Therian...
What?
I guess there's only one way to find out. Never mind. Good luck out there.
Nice of them to give us a rest. Alrighty, let's kick into this, see what happens. So we're going to Palamedes in the island's interior. Just gotta remember how to world map. Wait, what? Hold up. We have a side quest? Oh shit, would you look at that? Because I believe we have the ability to get back to there. We may go do that here in a little bit. Okay, so that one, to do this one, we need to keep going. To do this one, we'll probably have to double back to the boat. So, let's take a risk. We're going to double back, see if we can hit the boat, and do that up. If not, well, then we just got some extra fighting in, right? I'm going to try to avoid most combat. Just so we're not stuck here for a while. But I'll probably still do some along the way. Also be a good chance to regather some of these things. Because as I said, we need like 300 and something to open the next 2 chests. Oh shit, hello.
Finish this quickly.
Was not expecting them to be that close.
Now, rise, arise, ascending, angels!
Also, why the fuck are you the one on my team? Both of you. This team really got screwed up when they switched things around on me.
bad.
You too.
Alright, you for you, you for
I'll do
you.
what I can.
There we go. You need to switch this out. Anybody else done with anything? Okay, no, we good. Let's go. Nice to see that the flowers actually respawn pretty quickly. Or just the fact that we straight up missed some. One of the two. Art attack. Yeah. Can we jump down from here? Honestly, don't even know. Oh shit, wait, we can climb even higher? I don't think I've climbed all the way up this. Pretty sure I missed this last time. Poggers, I'll take a silver chest. Hooah. Yeah, at this rate for how I'm feeling, we're probably not going to do a whole lot today. Maybe a couple hours. Pop off, just do a short one. Probably going to spend most of the day fiddling with Adobe Premiere since I got it up and running now. See if I can get back into the habit of doing that. Hey Adam, how's it going? Hopefully you don't got too much of a hangover today. Hitting that whiskey pretty hard last night. You alright now? That's good to hear. That was a good time though. Too old for that shit. Aren't we all at this point? It's actually one of the main things I do like about having switched over to weed is, other than like if I smoke early day, the rest of my day is kind of written off. Like I can still do some stuff, but I'm pretty lazy. But like if I get drunk, the next day is 100% just done. I don't plan on doing anything at all. Oh, hiccups, please. This place is a goddamn maze to get through. Holy shit, I just want to get back to my boat. So still need to reopen, or not reopen, but we need to open up the cat chest around here somewhere, wherever it is. Don't have enough shit for it though. I forget, what are these shops? Ooh. Flesh-rending star. I do not remember fighting this, but I will take it. I don't appear to have any new ones, though, sadly. I don't know if there's anything up here. I might have been up here before. I just don't remember, so I'm double checking. Yeah, we've been up here.
It's a true shame that Lady Teresa will be leaving.
I'm a little relieved, to tell you the truth.
I guess not even the heat of Southgate.
But strict as she was also fair. Even when we were fighting with Haria Village over the temple, she kept her cool. If it wasn't for her, we'd
That's true.
Lady Teresa Linares! You were our protector! Yeah, we need...
Wow.
Alrighty. Some of these people going a little bit too hard. Just gotta realize that she's already dating her brother. Then maybe they'll slow down. Okay, boat. Where were we going? How did we figure this out? It was over here. We want to go to Vester Tunnels, which means we need to dock at whatever that place is. Going in hired like Adam with that whiskey and then beers. Okay, we would like to go to the port. Thank you. I'm not gonna lie, I could go for a fucking nap. I hate getting up early. I am not a morning person, and yet I became a teacher. It's probably not a smart move. But fuck, just getting up for 8 o'clock today for the orientation. I wanted to go back to bed. Definitely the type of person at like 9 or 10 o'clock. Let me get up at those times and I'd be happy. Oh, we still have an unopened chest. Where is this at now? Speaking of naps, time for my lunchtime nap. Alrighty, Marcus, you get some good sleep. That's probably what I'm going to do after I finish up this stream. Just go take like a half an hour nap or something. Oh, it's just this one. Okay. Do we have much to dismantle? I don't think we should. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure everything we have on us we're still working on. Usually wake up at 5 a.m. Fuck that. Stay awake until 7 a.m. Then sleep again until the afternoon. Damn. Why? Why not just sleep straight through? I couldn't do that. Once I'm awake, I am up and going for the day, and then it usually takes me like 3 or 4 hours after waking up. At that point, it's like, okay, I could potentially go for a nap. I like the Tales series and hate it at the same time. Game feels clunky. For me, I enjoy the story, but the gameplay through most of them has gotten me a little bit. It's like somewhat lackluster. I still enjoy it, but takes me a bit to get into it. This one has hooked me a little better, though. I feel like they fine-tuned this one a little bit more. It's like the I would give this one a lot better than the SOA games. The fighting combat for the SOA games is absolutely trash. At least this one has simplified fighting mechanics. Because my body clock always wants me to wake up at the time no matter what. RIP. Really, movement and combat feels clunky to you. See, for me, it feels a lot more open compared to the SOA games. Like, for this, it's just arrow keys to move, and then choose your attack patterns. I also don't use fighting to the proper stance. Like, in this one, if you use your arrows, you can do different forms of combat. And because I'm using my mouse, I just lock it down to these two. And I feel that simplifies it quite a bit, at least for me. So maybe if I was paying attention to more using all of the fighting combat stuff, it might make it a little harder. Yeah, an MMO with a tower system would be real cool. Yeah, essentially give me SAO without the current way that they set up SAO because it's trash. And just give me the story of it in a typical RPG game. Done. But yeah, I think the SAO games went a little too far out of there and tried to have a unique fighting mechanic and it backfired on them. Or Tower of Druga, yeah, that would be a good one too. Have you played any of the Dark Pictures anthology games? The Little Hope and I have played Man of Medan. I have not played A Little Hope yet. I was disappointed with Man of Medan. Like, don't worry, the game itself was fun. I enjoyed it. It had fuck, what was the one that spawned those games? With the skull and the hourglass for the cover. I'm blanking. But in terms of that style of game, it was fun. But the price tag they're asking for is absolutely ridiculous. Like, they want full price game for a 5-hour game. Like, no, that's not how that works. But otherwise, the story is real nice, and I do want to play it because of that. But definitely have to wait for the price to go down. Oh yeah, pick up girl. Yeah. That one would also be a real good one to base the game around and everything. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? Is one of my favorite animes at the moment. Like, I really do hope that they continue with that. It's so good. Actually, do I still have some of the books that I need to read? No. Okay. Or sorry, yeah. I have the light novels that I still need to read. I just don't own any at the moment, is more the clarification on that one. Triple win and still not what I wanted. Just wanted to send or ascend a tower and have 2 100-man raids to beat a floor boss. See, I actually don't like raids. I'm down for a tower fighting game and whatnot, but I would rather be solo or like 4-player multiplayer at most. I hate games where I have to form massive raid parties and work together with folks in that regard. Because it usually comes down to being very toxic groups. Like WoW, every single WoW raid that I have seen, if you fuck up in even the slightest bit of thing, people rip a strip off you. And I won't fucking deal with that shit. So I'd much rather just give me a solo play game or a 4-player multi-game where I can ascend or descend a tower and beat the shit out of people. Yeah, somewhat controllable AI army. Yeah, I could be down for that. If you could give me a controllable army, I'd deal with that. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do proper raid parties. Okay, I think we want to pop out here. Oh wait, we need to go to his workshop. Where is that at? It's not in here. Okay. Game, can I move? Thank you. Yeah, like one of the main reasons I bought the first SAO game was because I was like, oh sweet, I get to like ascend the tower, fight that stuff, it'll be real fun. And then got into the game mechanics, like, oh, never mind. Nap time, BB, if you're still on already, either see you in a bit or not, depending on how long we go for. But thanks for stopping in, Marcus, I appreciate it. You enjoy your nap. Essentially just trying to avoid these fights, picking up the cat stuff as I can. Which way is out? Probably the other way, so let's grab these and then turn around. I'm hoping by the time I finish this and get back that I'll have enough to open both, or at the very least open one and almost the other, which is what we're currently almost at. Well, sorry, I guess we technically are at that one. We have enough to open one, but not the other. But yeah, not gonna lie, folks. I can see this being a very short stream today. Like maybe only 2 hours. I'm warm already. We're only 45 minutes into this. I'm just kind of tired. But I'm gonna push through. Excuse me, folks. Coming through. There we go. Kuro. You got some stuff for us? Like, so how to make an elixir? We get it, helicopter. You can shut the fuck up.
This must be Longdow's dust. The ingredient Vidal's Omega Elixir recipe calls for.
I can't believe you actually found it.
We have to go tell Vidal. Maybe he's been able to translate the rest of the list.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay, so now we need to go to Renede, which is just off a boat ride again, I believe. Can I figure out how to use that item yet? Okay, so no, discarding it doesn't do it. I can't click it to use it. It's kind of dumb if you have to use these in the middle of battle. Like, it seems kind of pointless. Yeah, like, how are you supposed to use those? I'm gonna try to use one in the middle battle, see if it does it that way. If it is, though, that's real weird that you're forced to use a escape to the nearest town bottle via combat.
Not worth it.
Nope, they're not even here. So how are you supposed to use them? Okay, I'm gonna double check what their name are. Their name is after this fight, and then do a bit of a Google search.
I was just getting...
Okay, so what are they called again? Enough bottle. How to use. No, where just... I literally typed in how to use, and it changed it to where to buy. Like, no, it's obviously not what I'm doing. Okay, apparently you have to hit L2 while outside the dungeon, but like, I'm a mouse and keyboard game. What's L2? C? Nope. Ah, there we go. That's what we fucking want. Oh, actually, I do have a text message. Hold on. Alrighty. God damn, the airways are busy today. Just hear planes going left, right, and center. Renede, please. Good to see that we actually have a fucking side quest for once, though. They do not happen enough in this game so far. That or maybe I just missed a whole bunch of other ones, like I had them and didn't realize or something. I doubt that's the case though, because I feel like we can double back and do them all. Alright, shithead, do you have part 2 done yet?
Wow! Is that Longdow's dust? You found it!
Yeah.
Thanks! I've just managed to translate the description of the Ooh.
What's wrong?
Hey,
It's fine. I'm pretty much...
that makes it even worse. We need to get you home.
But I'm still translating...
You heard me.
Alright.
She's scary. Is she your sister or something? Well, it's kind of a long story.
But the answer is pretty much yes.
Will you see? Do you think he's always that sick?
Wouldn't surprise me. I was weak when I was a kid, too.
He's probably been like this since he was born. That must be why his parents named him Vidal. It means to live.
Huh. I never thought about that.
Laphicet is like that too. It means one who lives.
One who lives.
And he wants to be an explorer when he grows up. I feel sorry for him.
But if he drinks the Omega Elixir, I think he can get better. When he sets off on his adventures, will you let him aboard the Von Eltia, Eisen?
I suppose I could cut him a deal.
You'd charge him?
I'm a pirate, kid. Comes with the territory. But I promise you, I won't charge him too much.
I suppose that'll have to do.
One
Yeah, it's
who
fair.
lives. I did not know that Laphicet's name had meaning behind it.
Didn't mean much in the end. I poured my soul into getting him through. But he's still dead all the same. Hope. What a waste.
You really think it was
Oof.
pointless?
Fucking
What else
Velvet.
am I supposed to
Cheer up a
think?
little bit, would you?
It won't bring him back.
Alrighty, we have recipe piece number 2. Search for Unicorn's Horn in the Fagali ice caps. Can we get to there? I'll have to grab the boat to check. Also, I think Maxim, I'm pretty sure I can hear the revving of his engine coming into the garage. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Nope. Nope. And no. So we can't get back to the ice area just yet. But soon. So let's head here, I guess. Start hitting up the main quest again. Let's walk our way back. Be good for us to grab some more stuff. Oh, chest. You're down there. You better fucking give me something. Whoops. There we go. Laughing glasses. Let's check them out. Oh, fuck. Okay, I see how these work. It's one of those glasses. Oops. I have no interest in stuff like that usually, so we're gonna skip it. Somebody's looking to chit-chat over here somewheres. Wait a minute, no, that's up there, isn't it? Nope, it's over here. Where am I going? How do we trigger this one? We might be able to walk over there. Just a matter of figuring out how. There we go, right here. Then it loops this way. There we go.
Southgan lumber exports have been on the rise.
Like Pengyang?
Pengyangs are our flagship food.
I've never had any.
Oranges are sweet.
They're that fruit that...
That's the one. But if you dry them out, Southgan is pretty... That's why I'm shipping the X...
This guy here, he's a
Yeah, good luck.
Hey, thanks.
Okay. So I guess at this point it's just a matter of heading over to the temple. Seeing what the fuck's going on with that. We just came from that way, so we're gonna go this way. At least I think we came from the other way, didn't we? Yeah. How do we get down from here? Over there. Do 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 do. Such chill music. And then we come out here where all the monsters are. Actually, come on, group you back together. Oh fuck! I was trying to get them all into one fight, because then it's actually worth doing all these guys at once.
Your style is...
I had to double check where I was going for a second there. Still need like another 100 more of these to open up that other chest. Which makes me sad. Because as it is when we get to the temple, there's probably going to be another one in there. We may have to actually legitimately abandon our first cat's chest.
I'll finish this now.
Killing flash! When I'm this close, I won't miss! Form zero! Thunder! Strike! Too slow!
Is that all you got?
Sorry to cut you down.
Oh, hello, sir. Where did you come from? I was one invisible octopus. Oh, fuck it. Let's fight both of these. Come on. Group up.
Don't waste my time.
So satisfying getting these combos off. Yeah, the one that I've been targeting for like the last 5 minutes, could you kill that instead of damaging everything else, please? Wait, where the fuck did these guys come from? Pretty sure I fought 2 Nagas, not these guys.
I refuse to fall here.
Alright, here we go. Still apparently 2 treasure chests around here that I haven't opened. What the fuck? Well, now I'm curious on those, so we're gonna look around for a little bit. Surprised there's not one over there. We already have 2 from up... Oh, wait, no, 2 from up here? Yeah, it's just 2 over here, but I'm not sure if I've opened both of them. Oh, no, we didn't open this one. Let's take a look at the other 2. Make sure... No, we haven't opened this one either. Okay. Must have just been full. Must have like 99 of them or something.
Who are you?
The innkeeper's daughter. I happened to overhear you all talking about going to Palamedes, and...
Did you report us to the Abbey?
Report? But you already have an exorcist with you.
If you have any business, talk with her then.
I'm Eleanor Hume, an exorcist with the Abbey. How might I be of service?
I want you to look for someone.
Okay.
A mother and her child went to visit the Abbey grounds, but they haven't returned.
They did. Like, big did.
Missing? Yes. The mother's name is Mahina. She's a priestess of Amanoch. And her little daughter's name is Kamoana.
Hold on. If she's a priestess of Amanoch...
Right. Ever since the Abbey booted her out from the temple, she's been regularly going back to make her objections heard. But one day, she never returned home. And now her daughter has disappeared too. I can only assume that she went to go look for her mother.
And you believe they're being held at the temple?
Oh no, ma'am. I just can't imagine Mahina would abandon her daughter like that. Kamoana is next in line to succeed.
Alright, hopefully the planes have
she's
chilled the
had a
fuck
strict
out.
upbringing,
Because Jesus
but
Christ,
her
they're being
mother
loud
truly
today.
loves her. Please
Nope, never
forgive
mind. I say that and
my
I can already hear one getting closer again.
I was just hoping you could use the Abbey's resources to track them down.
I will do everything in my power to find them.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Like Kamoana, I grew up with only my mother as family. I can't help but worry for them.
Of course. Let's be off, Miss Exorcist.
Ba-ba-bum. Okay. Let's check this place out. Ooh. Some pretty crystal clear water.
Eleanor, what's your game here?
The mother and daughter, you mean? That's on me. I'll search for them myself.
I don't care about that.
Well, what then?
Why are you actively helping us decipher the book, when we're using it to thwart the Abbey's plans?
You think I might be deliberately misleading you? Laying a trap of some sort for you all?
Are you?
I think you're a lot of things, Demon. But foolish is not one of them. I want to know the truth. I want to know what Lord Artorias is trying to accomplish. And there's something happening in the world right now. I want to know what it is.
Well, at least she's willing to realize that everything she's been told may not be true.
Been deemed trustworthy enough to be given such information. So, my only option is to find out for myself.
You've got the soul searching down at least.
The Abbey and your band of rogues follow two different paths. But something tells me either will lead me to the same destination.
And so you don't see any need to lie to us?
Exactly.
And what'll you do if those truths don't line up cleanly with what you believe?
I'm not sure yet.
As honest an answer as any. Either way, it looks like you'll be working with us for the near future.
Poggers.
Yes, for now.
Hey, could I ask you something?
What is it?
About the Therians. I've heard you call yourself a Therian before. Is there any particular insight you have about them?
No, none. Artorias said I was one, that's all.
And that doesn't bother you?
Does it bother you?
Nope, not at all. If you're not worried, then neither am I.
I'm surrounded by freaks.
Says the madam that is a freak herself.
Was that truly the reason Ceres chose me?
Probably not.
Velvet keeps picking on Madame Eleanor. They're total opposites, so I know they're just gonna clash sometimes, but Velvet takes it too far!
You really think they're totally opposite?
If Madame Eleanor is a white lily, then Velvet is a black rose. If Madame Eleanor is a soaring Pegasus, then Velvet is a wolf in the shadows. If Madame Eleanor is a plate of spaghetti carbonara, Velvet is squidding noodles with seaweed.
I don't follow you completely, but I think I get the point.
I'm sure you understand. The two have nothing at all in common. And since they don't share anything in common, some fighting now and then just can't be helped.
Well, they both have beautiful hair.
Okay, but we're talking a noble exorcist and an aloof demon.
Eleanor sometimes treats you coldly. And Velvet has helped me more times than I can count.
Madame Eleanor gives herself fully to the salvation of others, but Velvet is bent solely on revenge.
That means they're both motivated by thoughts of others.
How is the cheerful and talkative Madame Eleanor at all the same as the brooding, taciturn Velvet?
Both of them talk to me when it's just the two of us together.
True.
You're just trying to be contrary.
I'm only telling you what I've experienced.
Actually, I feel that Madame Eleanor isn't really reaching out to me.
It's because nobody really likes you, Bienfu.
Doesn't want to talk to you. I'm here for you, Bienfu. You aren't alone.
That just makes me feel lonelier.
You two are opposites yourselves.
Hey, hold on, folks. I'm gonna close the window because these planes are getting really fucking annoying. Yeah, that should probably help. I can still fucking hear them, but at least the mic hopefully won't pick them up as much. There we go. Nautilus shell.
Scout ship.
Oh, hello. How did you not die, madam? Thank you.
Wide open! I was just getting warmed up. I'll finish this quickly.
Oh shit! Somebody killed my my enemy.
You two are so cool.
Ooh!
Don't become like me.
Just learned a new special move, which would be beneficial. I always choose to just abandon stuff now, because it's not like I'm going to double back to get him eventually anyways. Or have I really used any of the items?
Dead yet? Nothing can stop these fists.
Oh, she's still working on that sash at the moment. We'll probably switch over to it when she's done, though. Don't really need to fight everything in this area. Probably good to fight the birds, simply because we haven't fought them yet, but otherwise. Oh, I missed. Too far away.
Another victory.
Oh, do we want to go left or right? Well, since I'm being chased by a bird this way anyways. Double back, we feel like we need to. Well, there's a boss in here, so nope, we're gonna go fight it instead. Oh, actually, no, we're gonna double back. Because I can see where the other one leads to. Go fight, or go check out this area, then double back, fight that boss, and keep going. Ooh, Quite a few. I'll take these. Almost puts us at enough to open the one in town. The issue, though, is this area is bound to have a cat chest as well, which means we definitely don't have enough. Gotta find an area where I can farm some of these out for a little bit. Actually, that could be something I do off-stream. Just run around a couple areas and grab some more of those soul items. Maybe do a bit of item grinding. Because we do have a lot of equipment that we need to catch up on. I might consider doing that after stream. We'll see.
Killing flash! But I'm this close. I won't miss! Form zero!
Not even worth my time.
So yeah, we definitely have a lot that we need to do in terms of those papers. Or not those papers, those equipments. Alright, if y'all are gonna be like this, then I'm gonna fucking go ham on you with gouging spin. I don't know how many of these things we've fought, but this is working out pretty good so far.
I wish I had power like that.
Oh. New weapons for him, and we're done with her boots. I think we're done everything for that stuff, though. Yeah. Let's give her, yeah, let's give her those back. You still have a bit to go, but at least you've got both of these to do. Yeah, I might be leaning doing a little bit of off-stream grinding. I'm not going to progress the story. I'm not going to go do any new areas or anything like that. It's probably just going to be running through these areas at the moment and just grabbing a bunch of this stuff. Pretty much all I'm looking at. You are still working on that, okay. And then you have both of those to do. Alright, big fella. Fighting a kraken. In most cases, I would actually be worried. In this case, I get the feeling we're not going to have too big of an issue.
Deception! Convention! Got you! Got you! Got you! Eat it!
Yeah, it's almost dead already.
Let's go! Jade way!
Easy.
Right?
Grants a random skill that can allow souls to be retained when performing a break soul in hard mode or above. Also sad that all that was finished up was somebody's boots. He does still need the resistant shoes and the hard shoes, but we'd only have one copy of each of those.
Let's do it! Dragon!
Oh, they're all ganking up on me.
You wronged me! Here's your justice! Fighting order!
Wind, kill them to the bone!
Hey, is everyone alright?
Nice, flame ward's done. These things take fucking forever to get through. Let's give her the fatigue ward. It's the only one that we have, so let her start grinding through that. Oh, what do we got here?
You'll be rust on my blade!
Too bad those only hit one person. They're all nicely grouped up. That if they had hit all of them, it would have been real nice.
Deception! See this? No escape! See this? Hurricane! Shooting star!
Come on, really?
Oh, nice. She finished off the belt.
This rocky shore just keeps going. Just don't step on any sea slugs, okay?
Why not?
It's just that it isn't pretty. Their insides squeak.
Yikes.
Then again, if you pickle their innards, it makes for a great snack.
Ooh.
Eat them?
Oh, don't be a baby.
Forget the sea slugs. Try not to step.
Good point. Coral is alive.
Or maybe it's because some of it can be sold for...
I didn't mean either of those. Although Manon appears similar to Maclear Beach, it was formed by a complete...
Now that you mention it, this area...
Maclear is just your average seashore. But Manon here was made by the slow corrosion of seaside caves.
They were worn away by the waves?
That too. But mainly, it was the handiwork of a rock-eating species of coral, known as ravening table coral. Stay
That's
in
interesting.
contact long enough, and they'll melt your flesh right...
Ah, so that's why it tingles every time I touch the coral.
Why didn't you warn us?
Interesting. I like the idea of just flesh-eating coral. It's like not even intentional. It's supposed to be rock-eating coral.
You're not hurt, are you?
No, I'm fine.
Let's go down. Whew. I think we made a good choice. Had to fight a few things, but overall.
Not good! Hurricane! See this?
Come on, really?
Nice, she finished her spear. It's the thing we need to work on her most is her weapons. Oh, so what do we want next? Well, let's grab you because you're only 65, right? Did I see that right? Yeah. Just to quickly get it out of the way.
Don't get up.
You thought I'd sit there, annihilating?
You're wide open! Die or be killed! Crumble!
There we go. I was gonna say that one that's just chilling on the ground there really needs to die.
Another victory.
We're getting a lot of items, which is nice, but really just looking for more experience and shit.
I'll finish this match.
Let's go! See this? Killing flash! But I'm this close. I won't miss! Form zero! Thunder! One
It's over, right?
Alright, time to work back towards that massive fucking talisman. She's still working on her earrings? Yep. Alright, we've got enough now to buy the chest in the city that we missed, or town. So whichever one is in this area, we don't quite have enough for yet. At least in the sense of buying both. Probably looking closer to like 340-ish to get both. Art defense? Who's got the lowest? We do.
Laffy said, have you been taking care of that rhino stag roast like a good boy?
I hope so.
Of course. I make sure to feed it every night before I go to sleep, since it's nocturnal.
Aw, how adorable.
Keep on calling it a rhino stag roast.
I don't know. It's a new kind of beetle, so it's gonna be hard to tell if it's really a rhino or a stag. You're asking a lot of questions. Bienfu, do you like bugs?
Duh! I love rhinoceros and stag beetles both! What guy doesn't find them fascinating?
True.
Right? So which kind of beetle do you think it is? Rhino or stag?
Oh, that's a tough question. But guess what? Miss Mogulu taught me a surefire way to tell.
I didn't know there was a way to tell.
Yeah, but if I do it, you gotta name it after me, alright? Come on! What guy doesn't wish he had a cool bug named after himself, right? And besides, Miss Mogulu told me that this technique is so good that it's only fair to have a bug named after you in return. So what do you say, man to man? Come on, let's live the dream!
No.
Oh, all right. How can I say no to that? Besides, we all did work together to capture it anyway.
Did Bienfu actually help us, though?
Thanks, Laffy said.
I don't think he did.
All right, show me the bug, and I'll tell you what it is. Miss Mogulu says you need to open up its outer wings and get a good whiff of the thin underwings.
I'm pretty sure I remember rhinoceros and stag beetles smelling really nasty under their wings.
Is it really that bad?
Why not find out for yourself?
No thanks. I think I'll pass.
Maybe you shouldn't do this after all, Bienfu.
You probably just want to hog the name all to yourself. Well, too bad! A real man never goes back on his word. If it packs a mean punch, then it's a rhinoceros beetle. And if it smells really zesty, then it's a stag beetle.
I don't know about this.
Just let him do it, Laffy. He's already volunteered.
I can do this? Just you watch!
Rip. Good luck, Bienfu.
This smell is the most bad thing that ever in! Hey! Wake up! Wake up, Bienfu! Miss Magilu, as soon as I smelled it, my nose literally exploded. He looks like he's having a bad dream.
I spy with my little eyes a kiddo who's spying at my bewitching waist.
Oh, sorry. I just couldn't help it. What are those books anyway?
Oh, that's a great question. Since you asked, I'll reveal the secrets of my tomes just for you. On the right, I've got my household ledger in the back, and my magic encyclopedia in the front. That one I mostly use for oil blotting paper.
What's oil blotting paper?
It's a girl thing. The two on the left are my heavy book, which I use for flower pressings, and then my super pop-up book.
A super pop-up book?
When you open it, it pops out with the force of a raging river! When an enemy has me cornered, I can just open it up facing a nearby wall and pop! Instant getaway! The only downside is that it's a real pain to try to get closed again, so I haven't used it in years.
What about the book right in front?
That's actually layer cake.
Whoa, really?
Seared into its batter are precious bits of knowledge. Eating it is just as good for your brain as it is for your stomach.
Wow! I had no idea that was possible.
He's taking this so seriously, I almost feel bad.
All of your books are so interesting, Magilu. That's really cool.
There's no end to your curiosity, is there? What do you say? Want to take a closer look?
Boy, would I.
If you really do, then say, Magilu, I want to get to know you better.
Magilu, I want to get to know you better.
All right, I accept. I'll reveal to you my most private secrets.
Wow, so that's what's on the other side of these books. I wouldn't have ever guessed that.
What the? What are you doing with Laphicet?
He said he wanted to see, so I'm showing him. You have no right to stand in the way of his desires.
It's my job to protect him as his vessel, especially from someone so wicked as yourself. Also, what you're doing runs contrary to public decency.
Witches aren't supposed to be decent.
What are you talking about? All she did was take a book
Locks on them.
and hand it to him.
This style used to be really popular during the Meliodas dynasty.
Now that I know you're such a bad influence for him, I'll be keeping a closer eye on you.
If you can't learn to take it easy, nobody's ever gonna want to marry you, you know.
Like you're a shining example of marriage material yourself.
Hey, Magilu, could you turn them over one more time? I want to see how the book's attached to your belt.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, Magilu, I was wondering about that book you have on your waist. The one you called your heavy book, for flower pressings.
Your curiosity truly knows no bounds, does it, kiddo? Okay, nobody else knows this, but since you're so interested, I'd hate to leave you hanging. My heavy book, the one I use for flower pressings, is none other than a collection of Bienfu's poetry.
Bienfu
Well, shit.
likes to write poems?
Yep. You'd never guess it, but he's actually just about the best Moloch poet around. Some people even call him the Great Norman Poet. Here, I'll read you my favorite one. If there is something unimportant happening to the east, I'm made to go there and back. If there is something unimportant happening to the west, I'm made to go there and back. I can never rest nor be at peace. Every day my life is a living hell.
That's heavy stuff.
Isn't it? That's what makes it so good for pressing flowers. It's so wonderfully oppressively heavy.
Magilu, your face has gone all sinister looking.
Oh, fuck. I like her more and more. She's not a great fighting character, but she's great for comedic relief.
Scout.
Ooh, what's a nice little patch? I feel like these are gonna lead me to something dangerous. Could be like a kid picking up candy. And then all of a sudden just get attacked by a monster. It's gonna happen one of these days. Oh my god! You're inside of me. I don't like it when that happens. Okay, we could do a lot of fighting here, or instead, we ignore everybody. Or still only central. Still like an eastern side to this place. Hey Ray, how's it going? Art attack? Should probably give that to him, shouldn't we? Just continue to ignore all of these things. Doing okay, that's good to hear. Good even? That's even better. Yeah, I fully agree with that. I am tired today myself to the point that I'm probably only going to do like a 2-hour stream and then cut her short. Fucking finish this up and then maybe go take like a half-an-hour nap. Well, there's the cat chest that I figured was going to be in this area. How much? 165. That's cheaper, so it does save us some. So we're not terribly far off from getting enough to buy the one in town that we missed. It does make me lean towards the fact that I'm probably going to be doing some off-stream grinding later. Actually, the full plan will probably be finish this up, take a nap, start a edit, and then when that's done and I get it rendering, I'll probably load the game up or something and see if we can get through a bunch of the items as well as cat stuff. And nap sounds so good. Oh yeah, nap sounds real nice right now. Do.
How about it, Laphicet? Picking up on anything?
Yeah, in the direction of the temple. The feeling's getting stronger now.
Well, that's not good. Leave me alone! Nice. We can have all of them working on that. No! Holy fuck, hello. Alright, so now have the western, eastern, and central fast travel for this area unlocked. Make things a little bit easier. Surprised there's nothing just chilling out here. Max HP, who's got the lowest? Still opposite. Oh, this doesn't look good. They're all knocked out.
A demon! The demon we heard about? Sounds like it's having fun.
Then we'll use this distraction.
I'm down. Let's go figure this shit out.
Wow, look outside! It's the ocean!
This was a place of worship for Aminoch, the Water Empyrean. The ancients built this sanctuary underwater for the same reason that Eumasia's temples were built underground.
But building this underwater couldn't have been easy.
Aye. With the Earth temples, all they had to do was keep digging. Here, they had water to contend with.
How did they do it? You can't split the sea like you can a log.
They started by stacking giant stone blocks in the shallows, creating an enclosed space. Then they drained the water and expanded the enclosure. Once they had done that enough times and secured enough dry space, they were able to dig into the sea floor.
It's mind-boggling,
Smart.
isn't it?
The humans believed that by going through such great hardships to build these temples, they could show the depth of their devotion.
Additionally, current research suggests the site of this temple once sat on the seacoast.
What? Are you saying I'm wrong?
No, I'm only reporting what I've read in academic journals.
How would coastal ruins sink into the ocean?
When the Empyreans began their slumber, the land shifted, and this temple was swallowed by the sea. Scholars were able to prove that the sand and the heavy stones formed an airtight seal around the structure. Later, people carved an undersea tunnel to connect to the temple, bringing it to its current state.
Now that you mention it, I think I read that book too. Revised Theories on Ancient Architecture, right?
That's the one. Have you read it, Eisen?
No, I only read the first edition.
The problem with the stone enclosure theory is that each time you expand the enclosure, the innermost stones have to be carried out. Once that was pointed out as being too inefficient, alternate theories were developed. The revised edition has a number of competing theories. I highly recommend reading it.
I will then.
So, wait, was that a complete rebuttal of Eisen's explanation?
Yep.
That was not my intention.
It's okay. Archaeology is a continuous process of asking new questions and making new discoveries. Prevailing theories change all the time.
What's it matter anyway? Let's just get going.
Poor Eisen. He just wanted to seem like he knew something for once.
There's no Empyrean here, right, Eisen?
If you're worried about it, why not flip that coin of his? Heads, no Empyrean. Tails, Empyrean Central.
But it always comes up tails.
Like I said before, these temples are nothing more than places of worship built by human hands. The current religion started when humans, fearful of natural forces, began to worship four gods they called the Empyreans. If you're concerned about whether or not one is sleeping in these ruins, just remember that their very existence is only legend.
Be that as it may, Enominat certainly exists.
Aye. But I've never heard a single story of anyone actually seeing an Empyrean. Enominat must be a special case, then.
Must be.
I suppose so. If there were four more like him, and they were all trying to stop us, we'd be sunk.
Yeah.
Can't disagree.
Very true to that.
Move it or die.
Shouldn't y'all be taking care of that demon, you know, that killed your front guards?
Let's go.
Unarmed? Hardly.
Don't waste my time.
Wounds that won't shoot its
They were nothing.
So I got 2 locked off doors due to waterfalls. Chalice bears a symbol and that commands the flowing water. Should the chalice be filled with water and its mark turn blue, the water shall be as a wall to thwart your plans. Should the chalice be dried by flame and its mark turned white, the impeding water shall lie still, opening the path before you. Okay, where's the chalice that I need to burn? Right there. Before we play with that thing, though, let's head up the sides and see what's going on with them. I meant to run into his back, but oh well.
They were nothing.
Did she learn something or master something? I think she learned something. Okay, so we got one of them now. Also got enough again to open up that chest, but again we're probably gonna find a new one in this dungeon, so it's gonna reset again. Nap headaches fucking suck. That's the one thing I hate about naps. Like, I love waking up a little re-energized, but I usually always wake up still a little bit groggy. Welcome back, Marcus. Hopefully otherwise your nap was good. Whew, 7,000, damn. Get fucked, buddy.
Did you think you could escape me?
Okay, I'm not going to trigger the middle one. I want to go check the top 2 doors first. Just to see what's inside of them, then we'll double back and open up the center one. But yeah, so we're probably going to go until this little dungeon section is done, and then I'm probably going to call it quits for today. Actually, I need to get a shower too, so maybe I'll do that after this, then have a nap. Well, hello. Teardrop-shaped gemstone. Wonder if we're gonna use that now. Ah, right here. So we wouldn't have been able to trigger this one even if we wanted to.
Well, it wiped out the security for us, but...
Hi there.
Well, look at that. Wolfie's got the crest of Aminoch.
It's 'cause
same
it's a
pendant
priestess.
worn by priestesses.
Then that makes this demon.
Yeah, she must be the missing mother, Mahina.
Can't be.
But it is.
Don't just stand there. It's gonna eat you.
Madam, please stop blocking. You're just gonna make this last longer than these two.
Eat it! Smash them! Same way! Guys like to go! No escape! Double haze! Hurricane! Blaze of wind! Slice them! No escape! No escape! Hurricane!
There we go.
To think a priestess, beloved by her village, would become a demon.
Eleanor?
She's never going to be the same again. This is the least I can do for her. So says reason.
Oh?
Huh? That feeling.
Damn!
Madam, you gotta learn to stop hesitating.
Let the demon be. We don't need it.
Provides the ability to trigger random fatigue-related skills. Pog.
That demon. I guess she caught demon blight when she was looking for her daughter.
Yeah, that's what the girl at the inn said.
But even after turning into a demon, she's still searching for her daughter. Well, Rokuro, Kurogane, and Dial all remember what they wanted when they were human, right? Demon or not, she's a mother. It's no surprise she would still be protective of her child.
It could be that. Or it could be something else.
Well, I hope that's what it is.
I know that must be how she felt as a human. But demons don't have a sense of motherhood or any such thing.
How do you know this, madam?
Saw how
Have you been a
violent
demon
she
before?
was. She's not Mahina anymore. When she became a demon, she lost all capacity for empathy and love. It's heartbreaking, but it's the truth.
Velvet and Rokuro still have empathy.
One demon left unchecked could take 100 lives. And this one's even willing to attack exorcists. Demons can wipe out entire villages, even cities, just as they destroyed my village. Thus, my path is clear.
Eleanor is right. There's no turning back once you've changed. Perhaps it would be a mercy to grant her peace through death.
Racist, yeah.
Is Inomi not really an imperial?
To some degree, you could view it that way.
Ask that all of a sudden.
Well, according to the song Grim
Depends. I don't know if demons are classified as a race or not.
The Empyreans are supposed to be these holy beings, but using theories
Because they're calling it the demon blight, so it might just be an illness. But I don't know.
You've got a point there. Empyreans are a type of Malachim.
Groupus. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with Groupus.
And even less so when we're talking an 8-headed dragon.
Is it so far-fetched?
What do you think will happen if the Therians
Change your name to Karen.
Well, it wouldn't be good. My guess is they'd merge together into a giant, horrific monster. The mighty beast will
Oh,
attack us with
fuck.
its 8 long, snake-like necks and 8
God damn, that was a stretch and a half. Oh. That one came out of nowhere, but it felt so good.
Right? And that's 8 heads with only 6 of us to take them on. It'd be more than we could handle.
I'd have to conjure up a double or two.
You can do that?
Of course not.
Then why mention it?
Oh!
What is it, Laphicet?
Do you think each head would act of its own free will? Because if they do, they'd be uncoordinated, bumping into each other and going this way and that, giving us an opening. If we fight as one united whole, I know we can win.
Yes! If we work hand in hand, victory is ours. Right, everyone?
Sure.
Huh?
Us? United? Have you looked at us recently?
Well, I mean, maybe.
Ah, fuck. Caught us from behind.
No escape! Shooting star! No escape! Gave way!
Oh, I thought I was gonna get around it without being noticed at all. Okay, so we can't go up. This brings us back here. Which we'll have to figure out how to get this open.
No mercy! Wounds that won't
Shooting star! Shooting star! Wide open! That's all. You're wide open! Die if you kill! Windlash! Windlash!
Woo!
You're wide open! Overcooked die! You're wide open! Who wants some next?
Guard, how are you still alive? Please.
Hey, is everyone alright?
Excuse me, sir. I just need to go this way. I'm assuming that's gonna build a bridge for us. A water bridge.
Whoa! A water bridge!
But we can't get past it on this side. Okay. So we just leave this one up and running so we can go to do it on that side, I guess? Y'all see nothing. Oh, fuck.
How's that? Power escape! Shooting star! Die! Killing flash!
Oh, this is gonna be one hit.
Form zero!
Pog.
Be proud. You made me unleash my...
God damn, dude. Leave me alone. Normally I'd be fighting these guys like crazy, but I'm just not in the mood for it right now.
I'll cut down anyone in my way!
Oh shit, hello. Okay. Gonna hope that there's already a bridge on this side.
Scout.
Okay. Uh-oh, Marcus said the K word? That he did. That he did. But it was a valid remark. We had people being groupists here. I always forget her name. What's her actual name? Eleanor was being a bit of a groupist. Now what's this gonna do? Okay. Still not 100% sure how that helps us at the moment. Oh, I know, it's this one. I thought it was the other one. That might be beneficial then. The lock on the sacred sealed door is governed by the blue and white jewels of the 7 chalices. When the jewels of the chalice shine, the jewels of the door shall shine alike. When the 7 jewels shine in unison, the way to the inner sanctum shall open. Peachy. It's gonna be one of these, you gotta jump around and turn them on and off to be able to turn them all on. Yeah, and we have 3 that we need to get turned on somehow. I'm going to assume if I turn this off, that the bridge is going to disappear. Oh no, the water actually stays. Okay. Interesting. Attack increased by 3. Yeah, we'll just drop those on Velvet. Oh, I need a teardrop for that one. I think I know how we get this one. The question just becomes, how do I get through the door? I'm hoping by taking this teardrop and putting it back that the door will be open. Just want to take a look at one other thing, though. Okay, no, that is off. Oh shoot, I think I need to put the teardrop back in that first, though. Oh no, we can't put it in there. So I think we need to figure out how to get this open then. So I can bring the teardrop through there. Warning, there's a Cade and Roxy mission happening right now. Oh shit. Actually, speaking of which, I think Noah sent me a message like a week ago and I keep forgetting to look at it. That I might have already answered it, I don't really know. Oh, we don't even get to take the teardrop back out of that. Never mind, that doesn't work then. A Cade and Roxy mission is a part of our Monster of the Week group, so essentially D&D, but not quite D&D. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, we can turn this one back on. We know that. Cade and Roxy are frenemies. Roxy treats Cade like shit, and Cade keeps doing reckless things. You're both good friends, you just refuse to admit it. They're like those two friends in anime that are constantly arguing with each other, and then the rest of the group's just like, oh, look at them, they're best friends, and then they look at the camera and go, no, we're not. That's essentially Cade and Roxy. But it's more Roxy stating that they're not friends, and Cade being like, yes, we are. We're great friends. To be honest, this might be too much for my brain, and I might be calling her quits without actually finishing this. Simply because I have no idea what I'm doing right now, and I don't have a lot of brain power to put into this. Actually, let me turn that one back off so I can double check on the other side of that for a second.
You better be ready.
I wish I had power like that.
No, you don't. Okay, no, we want this one turned the other way. So the only thing with this at this point is I don't know which one I'm missing. But apparently I'm missing two of them.
It won't open. Is there some sort of trick to it?
Well, you could always try busting through it, but I wouldn't. Who knows what sort of traps you might trigger?
I know. Look at that diamond-shaped stone in the door. Haven't we seen that somewhere else?
You're right. It was on the pedestal with that chalice.
That huge thing? He must have some sharp eyes there.
I was more interested in what was inside that chalice.
So, what? That chalice is the key?
Somehow I doubt it'll be that simple. Some stones are colored, and some aren't. It must hold some kind of significance.
I think you're right.
So we're missing 2, 1 of each. Which one of them is up here? But we need a gem of some. Well, we need a diamond-shaped gem for that. So where is one? Going to find a diamond-shaped gem. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Well, I think I'm going to leave it there. My brain is just being a little slow, I'm tired, all that good stuff. So we're going to call it quits there for today. Apologies that it is a short stream today there, folks, but better than nothing, right? I currently don't have any plans set for tomorrow, but if nothing ends up happening tomorrow, I will be having an extra stream tomorrow. I want to be picking up on this game a bit more, going through it a little faster. So you'll probably see a couple of extra streams over the next month, also considering work is going to be picking up here soon anyways. So yeah, fingers crossed on that. I feel like I'm forgetting something. That's about all I can remember right now. So yeah, we're going to leave it at that. Again, apologies for the small stream there, folks, but we'll be back on the latest of Thursday, but most likely tomorrow or Wednesday for an extra stream. We'll see. But make sure you do your homework, and we'll see you later, folks. Bye-bye.